What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of MotoGear TV. Today we're going to kick things off by getting right into it. Not going to waste any time. As you guys can see from the title of the video, we're going to be installing a brand new diffuser on the M2, so sit back, let's get started. Yeah, so one of the things we have in our new front lip, gotta be super careful. Look at that, man, jeez. All right, let's get to work. Alright, so just want to kick things off showing you a little visual of the back of the car right now. It's not terrible, but it's still pretty underwhelming, especially when I'm comparing it to the front of the car with the new lip. Pretty much the goal I wanted to achieve with the back is to make it very balanced. I wanted to add a diffuser that's going to really complement the back of the car with the CS spoiler and also the exhaust. The car does have pretty wide hips, as you guys can see, so I want something that's going to be able to balance it out. Now, as I did mention before, I'm not going to be putting a ton of carbon fiber on the car, so just like the front lip, I'm going to be adding a gloss black rear diffuser to the car. Right now we're just going to do a quick unboxing, show you the style that we chose, and then we're going to go ahead and do the install. It should be pretty easy. From what I've seen online, there are a few tabs holding the top portion in place, so we're going to have to use a trim tool to remove that, but I'm going to show you that once we get to that step. All right, now time for the big reveal. Yeah, what do you guys think of this one? Real nice. So as you guys can see, just like the front lip, this one is in gloss black. It's ABS plastic. Feels pretty solid. It does have a really nice fin design on it. I think they call this one the PSM style. Really unique. I do like how aggressive it is compared to the stock diffuser. It should look really nice to complement the rest of the car. Just looking at the detail right now, you know, again, you can see these little cuts in it, and then also it does come with some side winglets. Let me show you that right now. And these are some nice side fins as well. They mount directly to the diffuser. We're going to have to drill some holes in it and then also drill this into the bumper. So this is going to act as an additional extension to the side of the car. I think it should balance out the diffuser really nicely. I'm going to do a test fitment on it before I commit, and hopefully it looks good, but if not, I'm not going to use it. So as you guys can see, this side extension is supposed to be drilled into the diffuser. It's going to mount directly right there, and then the rest of it is going to be mounted to the bumper. Yeah, honestly, really impressed with the quality and finish of this. It feels really solid. The gloss black paint, really nice as well. It should look pretty good, especially when comparing to the original color of the car. And just like the front lip, I think it's going to add just a subtle bit of aggression to it. Alright, so to take the diffuser out, you're going to use some pretty simple tools. I'm going to use this trim tool. There's a few plastic push tabs along the side, 6 in total. We're going to use this to get this loose, and then there are a few 8mm bolts that we're going to have to screw out. Once we do that, all we need to do from there is to pull the diffuser out this way. There are a few tabs holding it in place, so again, we're going to be using the trim tool to get those tabs loose. There's a couple tabs that are holding the diffuser in place. Right now I'm trying to see if I can feel behind it to kind of get them loose. It's just like a little tab that's kind of holding it to the bumper. So once I break that loose, I can pull it out. Alright, so we're currently struggling trying to get some of the tabs out. The hardest part for us honestly is the 8 tabs directly across the diffuser. That's really what's holding it in place. But the problem is it's so close in, it's hard for us to get a trim tool in there to kind of loosen them. It clips in from the inside. So right now Mark is trying to try and remove some bolts to kind of get inside the diffuser. That way we should be able to push down on the tabs and pull it out. Alright, so currently we're underneath the car right now. Mark's trying to show you guys exactly where those tabs are. Alright, so it might be a little bit hard for you guys to see, but the tab in the center, that's where we're going to be pulling down on. And hopefully from there we should be able to get all of the center tabs loose and then pull it out. Alright, so we got the edges done. Next part is going to be these 4 tabs. So one of the disadvantages of working in Florida during this time, it does get pretty dark pretty quickly, but we were successful in getting the diffuser taken off. As I said, the real problem areas honestly were these tabs. You have 8 going all the way. The center ones gave us the most issues, to be honest. We had to use several trim tools to get it loose. This might be a bit of a challenge for those of you who are trying to do it by yourself. Thankfully Marco was here to kind of help me out. Gonna go ahead and move on to the next step. Gonna get this cleaned up right now, and then we can go ahead and begin mounting the new diffuser. And take this time to kind of show you guys the end performance exhaust, looking really nice with the titanium tips. Now from BMW you do have the option of getting these in carbon fiber, but I do think the titanium tips give it a really unique look. Most of the M2s I do see with this exhaust typically have the carbon fiber tips, so we're pretty lucky to get the titanium versions. Now while we did have both diffusers out, I did want to kind of compare both of them side by side just so you guys can get a good idea in case you were interested in getting this one. As far as the material, it does feel pretty similar to the OEM plastic, very sturdy. I would say it is a little bit more flexible compared to stock, but not in the sense that it's flimsy. The tabs are pretty thick and pronounced, just like the OEM versions. I'm going to be very careful in putting these in. Don't really want to have any of them broken. And the diffuser kit did come with some self-tapping screws. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to be using these, but most likely when we put in the diffuser, we're going to see exactly which points are going to be the best places to put this. Most likely we'll be using most of these on the side extensions. I don't believe we'll be using too many on the centerpiece itself. And again, just having them flipped on the outside, as you guys can see, you know, pretty much night and day. This is a very matte textured look, and this one again glass. It does have the cutouts right here. It does have the very pronounced fins on the side, whereas this one is not that aggressive. It does have a nice little fin extension on the outside right here. Really looking forward to seeing how this is going to look on the car. Honestly, my biggest thing is making sure that it fits correctly. I don't want to have any gaps. Hopefully we'll be able to dial in the fitment perfectly, and then you guys should be able to get a good idea of what to expect. All right, and we're finished. Well, partially finished. The rear diffuser is on, as you guys can see, looking really nice. Honestly, I have to say I'm really happy with how it turned out. It looks really distinct, very clean cut, not too much going on, but still has that aggression I was looking for. As you guys would notice, we don't have the side splitters on it. This is really because the screws that came with it, they were self-tapping screws, and honestly I wanted to mount it to the stock mounting point. Now, we did have the stock screws that could have worked, but unfortunately it was just a little bit short. I ordered some new factory screws that are a little bit longer, that should allow the apron to sit nice and securely onto the bumper. I don't want this thing to drop off. But honestly, even without it, I don't really mind it. It still has a very nice aggressive look to it. As a reference, I will throw a picture of what it would look like mounted on the car, just so you guys can kind of see. But honestly, even without it, it doesn't look too bad in my opinion. I know what some of you guys might be thinking, Kirk, it's a little bit too dark, it's very hard to see. Don't worry, I have a little bit of a solution for it, and I'm going to add an extra enhancement that's really going to bring out the lines of the diffuser. It's going to complement the car really nicely, especially with the theme that's going on. You guys are going to have to wait for the final reveal for me to show you what I'm talking about. But honestly, seeing this thing on, especially with the matching front CS lip, I do think that the car is really coming together. Everything is tying in nicely. Now I'm thinking about adding an extra piece of aero, one of which is going to be a side skirt. You guys are going to want to stick around for one of the upcoming episodes to view that. I don't know if it's going to be the next one, but it's definitely coming up very soon. Yeah, honestly really pleased with the fitment. I would say it's about an 8.5 out of 10. Everything did fit up properly, but it just took a little bit longer just to make sure that everything stuck on properly. As you guys can kind of see close up, no noticeable gaps, everything is nice and even. The factory clips for the stock diffuser did bolt up really nicely to it. As far as the finish on it, it's really nice. Again, I will say I do love the design of it. It really brings out everything, and I love that you can still kind of see the M Performance logo for the exhaust. Yeah, really nice. I really like how it enhances the back end of the car without doing too much. I think it's a nice subtle complement, especially with the CS spoiler. It really makes the back end of the car look nice and beefy. Alright, now I don't think there's really much else to say regarding this install. Again, it was super easy, it wasn't too much to do. Over the next few days while I'm waiting on the screws, I will think about putting on the side skirts and also the extra enhancement I spoke about. Now, if you guys are interested in getting this PSM style diffuser, I will leave a link for you guys to purchase it down below. Again, these are affiliate links. If you do make a purchase, it really helps to support the channel. But beyond that, I do want to thank everybody again for sticking with us, watching the build process, and there's so much more to come. We have so much work to do with the interior of the car, with the engine mods, and also some other performance things you'd love to see. Now, BMW Invasion is coming up February 19th. Again, if you guys want to see this car in person, make sure that you come out and check it out. Make sure you come and say what's up to me and Mark. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Until the next episode, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one. We're gone.